My name is Doug and you're watching Joe Wood Collector. Today we will be looking into a video challenge that Josh at Vintage Card Wonderland has challenged us to participate in. We will be looking at my top 10 lowest pop cards from my personal collection and then adding up the cumulative low pop numbers to see how they rank with and against other participants. Let's now take a closer look into my top 10 lowest pop cards. I hope you enjoy seeing them as much as I have enjoyed being their temporary caretakers. This card comes from the 1916 Indianapolis Brewing Company and has a total pop count of 4 cards from both the SGC and PSA pop reports. The M101-4 and 5 set was created by Felix Mendelssohn. Mendelssohn produced the set and then peddled the issue to various companies for their own distribution. It's usually called the Sporting News set, but that isn't really accurate. While Sporting News did use the cards as evidenced by their advertising backs found on some of them, they were only one company that did so. Many other companies, including Indianapolis Brewing, distributed these cards as well. This card comes from the E122 American Caramel set and has a total pop of 3 cards from both SGC and PSA pop reports. It is similar issue in appearance to the 1921 E121 release, with the black and white fronts from the player's name, position, and teams. The biggest difference in terms of design on the front is that the border around the picture was extended to also include the text at the bottom. The text area is shaded to help it appear as a distinct area apart from the photograph. The photographs appear more grainy than the E121s. The backs are similar to the E121 set of 80 as well, mentioning the cards as part of a set of 80 and distributed by the American Caramel Company. This card comes from the Collins McCarthy blank back set and has a total pop count of 3 cards from both PSA and the SGC pop reports. The blank back issue of these cards are much tougher than the Collins McCarthy advertising back. In addition, along the same lines, the same cards were used for other companies, including the Boston Store, Standard Biscuit, Wheel Baking, and the unclassified Merchant's Bakery issue. This card comes from the rare 1921 Herpelsheimer Boys Fashion Shop and has a pop count of 2 cards from both SGC and PSA Pop Report. Herpelsheimer cards are one of the many sets that utilize the design and checklist from the popular W575-1 strip card and the E121 American Caramel set. The cards feature a black and white player along with his name, position, and team at the bottom. Backs of the cards is what distinguishes them from other W575-1 and E121 card issues. This card has a total pop count of 2 from both SGC and PSA pop reports and comes from the 1922 W575-1 blank back set that was sold to a wholesale confectionery company to advertise for Henry A. Johnson Confectionery. These cards were hand-stamped in purple ink on the back of every card. This card comes from the 1916 D381 Fleischmann Bakery set and is a true one-of-one card from both SGC and PSA Pop Report. This particular example has the coupon tab still attached that was commonly tore off for redemption. This postcard comes from the 1912 Boston Daily newspaper to honor the 1912 world champions Boston Red Sox. It is a one-of-one card from both SGC or the PSA Pop Report. This card is cataloged as PC 742-2 in the American Card Catalog. This is a real photo postcard from Underwood and Underwood from 1912. It is speculated that these postcards were only available at the ballparks during the 1912 World Series between the Boston Red Sox and New York Giants. This postcard is a Pop 1 from both SGC and PSA Pop Report. This card comes from the rare 1921 Clark's Bread and has a pop count of one card from both SGC and PSA Pop Report, making it a truly one of one card. These cards are one of the many sets that utilize the design and checklist from the popular WFI 75-1 strip card set and or the E121 American Caramel set. The cards feature a black and white player image along with his name, position, and team at the bottom. Backs of the cards is what distinguishes them from other WFI 75-1 and E121 card issues. This card comes from the 1916 Block and Cool Advertiser and has a total pop count of one card from both SGC and PSA Pop Report, making this, again, a one of one card. The M101-4 and 5 set was created by Felix Mendelssohn. Mendelssohn produced the set and then peddled the issues to various companies for their own distribution. While Sporting News did use the cards as evidenced by their advertising backs found on some of them, they were only one company that did so. Many other companies, including this Block and Cool, distributed these cards as well. Well, that does it for this VR challenge. I want to thank Josh for hosting this fun challenge. It's a fun way to see and show off some wonderful cards from our YouTube community. Josh has a wonderful channel here on YouTube, Vintage Card Wonderland, that I am subscribed to, and I highly recommend checking it out if you're currently not subscribed. I want to thank you for watching, and remember to enjoy and respect our great hobby. Keep collecting.